Hello to all the boys and girls at Broadmoor School. This is Santa coming from the North Pole. It's a very busy time right now with all the elves making all the toys and getting ready for Christmas. But I wanted to take time out to say to you that how much I miss not seeing you at Lake Catholic this year, and how we must all stay safe. And I'm glad that your parents and your teachers are keeping you safe. And it's very, very important so you can have a very Merry Christmas. And Mrs. Claus, she has been so busy making all the hot chocolate and all the cookies and candy canes for the elves, who are making thousands of toys. Now, the elves, there's 4,283 elves at the house. So they make toys all year long and all around the clock. And that way, I can see on my list that all the people have been good and who've been naughty and nice. And I can see that you've been working very hard all year long. And so you are all on the nice list right here in my book. So since I know we couldn't be together, I have a special treat for you. The young ladies and gentlemen at Lake Catholic High School in the Performing Arts Department have taken the time out, and they want to share their holiday greetings to you with their Christmas concert. And I think that's very special, that they miss you, and they will be so happy to see you again next year. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for taking care of yourselves and others, and for always being kind. That's the most important part. So take good care of yourself, and I will see you very soon. My sleigh is going to be flying over Menor, Ohio very soon. And I look forward to seeing all of you in person next year. But until then, boys and girls, Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho!
Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, holly bough, raising a shout, o'er hill and dale, telling a tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, that is all. With joyful ring, all carols long. Ding dong, ding, ding, everyone. All bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing cheer to young and old, meek and old. Ding dong, that is the song. Ring, ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, holly bough, raising your sound, o'er hill and dale, telling a tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, that is long. Ring, 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 all carols long. Ding dong, ding, ding. On they said, on with a head, joyful song to every home. Ding dong, ding dong.
Thank you so very much, and welcome, and happy Advent. Advent is always overlooked. It's always kind of crazy, isn't it? That I can't even imagine what it was like that first time waiting for that news. And we forget about that. So, O Come Emmanuel is one that's always been one of my favorite carols ever since I was a kid. It haunts me, and I can't wait to stop hearing that one to hear all the celebratory music of Christmas Day. So the next one, Carol of the Bells, a hard one, both a cappella tunes. This group has grown so much in the past few weeks, and I mean the few weeks. They've really assembled things nicely, but they're really kind of hitting their stride right about now. So those first two tunes are ones that are obviously familiar to you. The next one is one that you may recognize, but you're like, I don't know what that's from, so I'll help you out. This is from Home Alone 2. This is Christmas Star.
Distant stars at home up in
about the Christmas concert here that it seems like we just got started and already this ensemble is almost done. And then we'll move on to Elsie Singers and then the concert band thereafter. It always goes by far too quickly for me. You might be thinking the same, I hope. That being said, there are a couple people that we want to thank before we get to the last tune for concert choir, the illustrious Mrs. Erlinson. You'll also notice that Elsie Singers is accompanied by Alex Yulee, who is not able to be here because he's at Mass for 7 hours tonight. Literally 7 hours. It's, well, 6.5. So he's playing there, so he can't join us. So that music will be canned tonight, but we recorded it. We got to do a lot of different fun stuff with that. We had John Cook playing bass with us. We had John Mullen playing percussion. And Mr. Slike played not one, not two, but 3 trombone parts on that track. So a special thank you to those people. And our choreographer, Kaylee Gagnon, she did brilliant work for Elsie Singers that you'll see in just a moment. So a special thank you to her as well. And the last thank you that I have is for a very, very special person. Our department would not run the way that it does without her. She kind of is the representation of what Christmas is in our department, and that is Jennifer Bretz. So I don't know what it is about the Christmas music that I picked. Some of it for Elsie Singers is going to be light and bouncy and happy, but the last one for the choir is going to be light and bouncy, and no, it's not. It's going to be something really reflective and awesome and touching and really, really heart-wrenching. It's one of my favorite Christmas tunes. It's a little bit more contemporary. This is Mary Did You Know?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy
marching singers.
Christmas to me. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. I've got this Christmas song in my heart, candles glowing in the dark, and then for years to come we'll always know one thing, that's the
happy Advent from me as well. In case you haven't met me before, I'm Mr. Slike, and I want to very proudly present to you the debut of the 2021-2022 Lake Catholic Concert Band. So welcome them to the stage. The unit structure, the curriculum, if you will, of the band program here at Lake Catholic is enjoyable in that unit number 1, as many of you know, is marching band season, right? And so we put all of our attention on a very different style of music from what we do for the remainder of the year, which is a much more, well, indoors and very different sounding type of ensemble with very similar instrumentation. So with that said, it's a very recent change in their study to be able to get themselves ready for the Christmas program in a timely fashion. Because even though it might not seem like it on face value, there's a lot of technique adjustment that needs to be made, going from marching band to concert band. Lots of little, very subtle musical elements that are new to concert band as opposed to marching band. And this particular year, I want to make one more really exciting acknowledgement, that it's been 2 years since this band has been on this stage. So we're very glad to be back on the stage. This band has come a very long way in a very short amount of time, and so I'm very, very proud to present them to you tonight. That, of course, was We Need a Little Christmas. And now we're going to move on with the last piece I selected for the program, but it came back by popular demand. I might have been in a little trouble with some of the students had I not put it on the program. But take it from me, who does a few gigs in the Christmas season, this will be the second time for me in a stretch of 3 or 4 gigs that this piece will be featured on it. So you can imagine my enjoyment of this song over and over and over again. But this is Leroy Anderson's classic, which, by the way, was written in inspiration of a 1946 July heat wave. That's what inspired this piece to be written. Leroy's like, yeah, I'm really itching to, ride a sleigh right now. And so with that, we got one of our favorite holiday traditions, sleigh ride. piece, I want to give a very special shout out. An annual tradition at Lake Catholic High School that we cherish so deeply, and it's always extremely enriching to be a part of, is the Broadmoor Christmas Party, where the students of Broadmoor School here in Menor come to Lake Catholic, visit our halls for the day, and have a Christmas party together in the gymnasium. Unfortunately, due to the current climate of the world, we were not able to have that event last year or this year. And so that was a very disappointing bit of news for us, as we were getting really excited to host that this year across the whole student body and school community. So with that said, we wanted to give a special hello to the Broadmoor students, who we are live streaming this concert right now. So the Broadmoor students will be able to and are currently watching this program as well. So a very heartfelt hello to the Broadmoor community tonight. The next piece we're going to present is the result of, remember how I mentioned marching band is part of our season here. Starting in marching band and into concert season, I got a very, very polite complaint from my tuba player, who didn't understand why the tuba doesn't get a lot of melody. And so it seemed absolutely appropriate to, throw him a bone. And so with that said, this is a fun little arrangement that features our tuba player, Cougar, and that is Hark the Herald Tubas Play. Sing. Hark the Herald Tubas sing. Sorry. while you were on your way into the concert before 7 o'clock tonight, you hopefully noticed the instrumentalists that decked the halls with their music ahead of the concert, playing in that small chamber ensemble setting that sometimes we're not able to do in a full band setting. If you were involved in one of those ensembles, could you please stand and be recognized? Of those ensembles performing before the concert. We have one more ensemble to present to you that is preparing right now, and that is our percussion ensemble. It was requested by one of our senior members to bring back a good little piece that they performed back their freshman year. And it seems like an appropriate time to bring out this challenging piece for them again and build up their percussion chops and give them something more to think about other than keeping the beat for the rest of the band. So as they prepare, we'll give them a little time to do that, but then they will be very proud to present to you. You've already heard this piece tonight, wonderfully performed by the choir, but here's another take, a percussion arrangement of Carol of the Bells. our department head. And how about one more round of applause for Mr. Posey and the vocal program? He acknowledged some of the great people that make this program happen on a day-to-day basis, and I just wanted to add a couple more. I've already mentioned 100 times the marching band season this year, and we considered it a very successful season. And definitely one of the major contributions for that was our performing arts boosters, which are all of you, but very notable members, the board members and those who attend every month's meetings and come to all the fundraisers and do the chaperoning. All of those people, we need those hands and those minds and those souls in our department, and we love having them. So boosters, thank you so much for all the work you've done so far. Also, a heartfelt thank you to Lake Catholic's administrative team. I saw some of them here tonight, so I really appreciate your presence tonight, supporting the performing arts, and coming to see what the students here have been working on, and hopefully realizing, all of you, that, I'm preaching to the choir, unintended, about why we do what we do. Yes, there's an artistic element to this, but Mr. Posey and I tell the students, and we talk to each other about all the time, about that's not the primary reason why we do what we do down here. This is a safe, collaborative environment to create something. And as we all know, when we get out into the workforce, when we get out into the community, we create, whether that's art, whether that's architecture, whether that's ideas. We create, and we need to know how to work together as a unit and put our small part in to the whole. Isn't that exactly what the performing arts are? And that is the way we contribute to this community to prepare the students to go out there and maybe not do music, but hopefully appreciate music, and more importantly, appreciate how to contribute to a community. That's always what we're about down here, and we hope you see that, and we hope you continue to support that, because we're very proud of what these kids have done so far, and we're really looking forward to continuing this year with them, because there's many more projects to come. So thank you, all of you, and all of you, for continuing that mission. Thank you so much. We have two more pieces on our program here. We'll start with the contemplative one, as Mr. Posey would say, and then we will head over to the little bit bouncier one, keeping with the theme tonight, right? So this next one holds a very dear place in my heart because it contains one of my favorite lesser-known classical pieces, a very traditional take on Dona Nobis Pacem, or Grant Us Peace, very commonly used in the church choral setting. This piece that we're about to perform is a very clever take on Dona Nobis Pacem mixed with the first Noel. So please enjoy Pacem Noel.
Thank
final piece, and actually a number of the pieces we did tonight, just by coincidence, happened to be, they wouldn't know this, but they happened to be pieces that we did on my very first concert here as band director. What would that be? 5.5 years ago or so? Well, 5 years ago, if it's Christmas, right? So with that said, this last piece, I presented the same way to that audience as I will now. Hi, percussion. All right. And that is my prior work before coming to Lake Catholic as a faculty member was I was one of the band directors for an organization called Music Alliance. And a lot of you have probably heard of them as they provide the band programs for many of the local Catholic middle schools around the area. So I was that traveling band director for quite a few years to start my career before I was blessed to become part of the faculty here at Lake. And one of the notable things about teaching beginner band at the 4th and 5th grade level was that the Christmas concert always ended the same way, with jingle bells. And you know the jingle bells I'm talking about. You know them. And so when I got to Lake Catholic, I was extremely excited to be able to close the Christmas concert with something other than jingle bells. With that said, we're going to close tonight's concert with jingle bells. But this is a really fun take of it called Dashing Through the Snow, and you're going to notice that in a couple spots, it's a little hard to bop your head to or tap your foot to, because there's some very clever meter changes going on through it, and it made it a nice challenge for our band, but they've taken that challenge in stride. So, very proud to present to you Dashing Through the Snow. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and enjoy your holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you again at the next Performing Arts event.